it's the Warhipster here, coming at you with another Contrast Plus painting tutorial, and today we are painting the brand new Termagants from the box Leviathan. Yes, the brand new ones. Brand new ones? I'll stand by it. This box was sent to me early by Games Workshop to build up and paint for all of you, and that's exactly what we are doing as we continue our Leviathan coverage, and we're going to be painting these up in the colour scheme of Hive Fleet Leviathan. Fitting, right? So a massive thank you to them and a massive thank you to you for tuning in. So let's jump in and start painting them. They've been primed in Wraithbone. The colour we're going to be using first is Carroburg Crimson. However, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be thinning it down with roughly 3 parts Lahmian Medium to 1 part Carroburg Crimson mix. And we're going to be applying this over the top of all of the flesh. We're going to start here on the tail, because this is where it's the easiest part to kind of get a horrible drying line, which you can sometimes get when painting with contrast and shade paints, so that we can then flip it over, very quickly do this part back here like this, because we don't want any large dark spots. Now it's going to be slightly different to what we normally do in these Tyranid videos, as per usual, because we've got some dry brushing and things to do to speed things up. So rather than going full Warhipster battle ready, we are going to be doing some completions of some of these areas, especially the flesh, just to make things a little bit easier on ourselves. But we'll cover that bridge when we get to it. For now, I'm going to continue like this, getting this all over all of the flesh, and we're looking for a reasonably smooth coat across all of the kind of flat areas. However, it's not a problem at all if it pulls in the darkest areas, like that sort of thing. So this will give us some really nice, consistent, awesome shading. I want to get this over the top of all of the flesh. Just like this. And once you get to one of the arms, like I've just done there, you want to finish it off and then turn it around and do the other half. So with that now done, what we're going to do is we're going to take some Guilliman Flesh and we're going to apply this over the top of the gun. And so with that now done, what we're going to do is we're going to take some Volupus Pink and we're going to apply this into the, well, these bits. I don't know what they're called. The sort of under flesh type things. So we want to kind of look for any of the little softest joints. I'm going to go for those little holes as well. We've got little areas like this, just there. And there in the leg. So with that all done, what we're now going to do is we're going to take Wraithbone and we're going to do quite a heavy dry brush here over the top of all of these details. Now we don't want to scratchy finish. What we want is we want to kind of really make our Termagant skin and the gun and things like that very, very bright. And so with that now done, we're going to work on the purple. And the colour we're going to be using for this is a roughly 1-to-1 mix of Leviathan Purple and Shyish Purple. Because whilst Leviathan Purple is a very, very nice paint, it's just a little bit too warm for what we want. So we want to add in a little bit of Shyish Purple just to balance that out a little bit and just take some of the edge off. Quite how vibrant Leviathan Purple is on its own. As you can see, comes out as this really lovely dark sinister purple. So with that purple all applied, what we're now going to do is we're going to take some Black Legion and we're going to apply this over the top of the hooves and claws. So with that now done, what we're going to do is we're going to take Carroburg Crimson once again, and we're going to use this over the top of a couple of different details. So firstly, we're going to apply this over the top of the little cables going to the gun, like that. And then we're going to apply this onto the gun itself in 3 different areas. So that bit there, towards the base of the mag, and along the barrel. Like that. We're then going to wash the brush and then just smooth out those transitions a little bit just by dabbing in like that on the gun itself. I'm going to do this on both sides. Like that. Then what we're also going to do with the Carroburg Crimson is we're going to apply this over the teeth. With that now done, what we're going to do is we're going to take some Doomfire Magenta. I'm going to apply this over the top of the tongue, like that. like that. And then we're going to take most of our Doomfire Magenta off. So we're going to go to the pot, grab a little bit, and then take some of it off. And then towards the base of the mag, I'm going to add a little bit. And towards the end of the barrel, I'm going to add a little bit. I'm going to wash the brush. And then once again, just smooth it out so it gets quite bruised towards the end of those bits. With that Doomfire Magenta applied, we're then going to take a small amount of Wraithbone. I'm going to recover this kind of eyelet thing here like that, and the actual eyes of the Termagant itself. Like so. Once that Wraithbone is fully dry, we're then going to take some Iyanden Yellow. I'm going to apply this over the top of all of the eyes. Just like that. So with that done, our Termagants are now what I would call a Warhipster battle ready, and they look fabulous already. However, what we're not going to do is leave them there. No, we're going to take them to the next level. I'm going to do this by adding some highlights. So the first highlight that we're going to be adding is some thinned down Genestealer Purple. And what we're looking to do here is add that kind of texture that you see on the Tyranid carapaces. So I'm going to take the Genestealer Purple. I'm going to start drawing little lines going across all of our armor panels. Just like that. So with that now done, what we're going to do is we're going to take some thinned down Flash Gitz Yellow. I'm going to use this, just add a little bit of a kind of dot over the top of all of the eyes. Just like that. With that Flash Gitz Yellow applied, we're then going to take some Screaming Skull. I'm going to use this to pick out the teeth. And with that now done, we're going to take some Fulgrim Pink. I'm going to use this to highlight the tongue. Like that. And we're going to use this to highlight the gun by picking out the sharpest points, but also we're going to effectively do a little bit of relayering on the main body of the gun as well. It just adds a little bit of an element of pink to it. Whilst also picking out the edges on the areas that are a little bit darker. Still sticking with Fulgrim Pink, what we're going to do is we're going to very gently dry brush this over the top of our armor. And it might seem like this is a little bit too pink, but when you dry brush it in this format over the top of that Genestealer Purple, it has a much more kind of whitish effect without being too much like something like Pallid Witch Flesh would be. But it's more impactful than something like Slaanesh Grey. So it does something fun to your eyes. As you can see, appearing before you on screen right now. And what you want to do is you want to go against the grain here. You don't want to go this way. So if you come this way, you'll catch this on the flats, and you don't want that. You just want to hit the edges here of all the purple. So with that done, we've just got one area left to work on, and the first highlight for it is Sotek Green, and we're going to be doing this across all of the black details. Now it's very similar to what we did on the purple, so we're just going to start picking out all of the edges. However, we're not going to go as hard or as numerous as we did on the carapace, because these things are nicely edged already in terms of the sculpting. So I'm just going to pick out all of the edges, and if you have one that you want to add a little bit more texture to, you absolutely can do. But we're going to do this across all of the black details, including the hooves and claws. And so with that now done, we're going to finish things off by taking some Gauss Blaster Green and use this to pick out the sharpest points on all the black details. So here we have it then, 10 finished Termagants in the colours of Hive Fleet Leviathan. And they look great. These new ones are fantastic, highly detailed and yet still reasonably simple. It's just that kind of addition of extra armour plates and things which really elevates them. And a couple of extra joints here or there. And yeah, they're just really, really nice. It's a good glow up, and I hope that the Termagants and the Genestealers get a very similar treatment, because man, those are old. If you enjoyed this video, you love the channel, and you'd like to support me further, you absolutely can do so. Head to patreon.com/Warhipster, just like these bosses have done, scrolling up on the screen before you, whose continued support helps me continue to make all the wonderful content that you enjoy. Alternatively, you could become a YouTube channel member by clicking on the join button on the channel page or just below this video, like these wonderful, amazing people have done. And if you really like this video and you just want to shoot me a little thanks, you can click on the thanks button just below this video. Don't forget to share it, like it, comment on it, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And to make sure you stay up to date, don't forget to click the bell icon. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all very soon in the next one. Happy wargaming.